One of the most unique sculptures you'll ever see, the Fist of Joe Louis at Hart Plaza. We're coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Joined by Craig Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search. Pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than anything. And Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the point. And for the Pistons, they've got Smith. Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee. And it's Bey in at the 3. And it's the Pistons to start out. Now here is Smith. Pass to Bey.
Who's watching him?
The group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Lawrence. Drills the three-pointer.
It seems like Gatorade has had a huge NBA star be the spokesman forever now. They announced that Junior will be the basketball rep for Gatorade heading forward.
Guys like Paul George and D. Wade, they've all worked with Gatorade. They feel that Junior can reach that kind of level of superstar status. Pulls up. Rebound by the Pistons.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Dinwiddie against Jackson, and he banks in the layup. Now it's a 6-point Piston lead.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here is Wright, following the 3 from Lawrence. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. It's the Nets now. The tray, and the Nets, another 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Rockets.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
And so Wright nails both of them. Brooklyn trailing. Green passes to Dinwiddie.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
Here's Grant following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Jackson, beyond the arc. The rebound by Jeff Green. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And that one's good, Junior.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Wright. Oh, wow!
Young fella. Just no denying his athletic ability. Jackson, whenever he sees a chance to attack the rim and make a statement, he doesn't waste any time rising up. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Brooklyn's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Claxton the pass to Lawrence. There's the dish to Green. And it's Junior missing. The Pistons trailing. Here's Jackson. No good there. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence.
Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
The pass to Stewart. Wants to get it to Grant and does. Over Brown. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 8 points.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to Chicago.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Detroit. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jahlil Okafor. The Nets have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Cobby's checked in for Dinwiddie. He hits the second from the line. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Jackson. Here's Wright. There's the lob to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Another attribute of his game, Jackson's so good at finding and locating that alley-oop there. Beautiful to watch this guy elevate.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 17 points for Junior.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And they double up Jackson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Durant's checked in for the Nets. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson misses. Brooklyn leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Lawrence, and Okafor with the block. They recover it. For 3. And Junior with the basket on the assist from KD. Junior's got 20 points.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets up by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then there's Cobb. And it's Lawrence in at the shooting guard. For the 3. And the Nets, another 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Okafor. Great D that time from Green.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Got that one up quick. That's 29 points for Junior.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Then for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Brown. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And it's Wright missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Harris with it. Now Wright defending. Harris kicks to Junior. Three-pointer. Okafor grabs the miss. Pistons trail by 13. Pass to Jackson. Dishes it to Wright. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Misses off the left iron.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just...
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Putting a little something extra on that one. DeAndre Jordan adding to his highlight reel.
For Detroit, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And there's Jackson on the assist by Wright. Wright's got 5 assists in the game. Nets leading by 13. To the left wing. Here's Lawrence. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Smith wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And it's Junior missing. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Can't connect from short range. Here's Lawrence. Offensive rebound, Nets. Cobb wide open. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Cobb's got his first bucket in this one. Greg, you can see the talent that Hendricks Cobb possesses. He looks like a player who is bound for stardom.
Cobb has that it factor about him when he plays. Everything comes so easy for him. With his talent and drive, he'll be one of the big names in the NBA soon enough.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
So both teams changing it up here. And here's Smith. He's got 8. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Smith. Launches it. It's hauled in by Harris.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
And the dunk by Jordan.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
Here's Bay, guarded by Harris. Bay passes to Stewart.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Yep, that one goes.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Durant finds Harden. Shoots the 3. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Love how involved DeAndre gets on the pick and roll plays. There are a few things more terrifying for a defense seeing him cut to the basket after he sets a screen.
And it goes down 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving passes to Harris. Outside, KD. Trying to get open is Irving. And KD the bucket on the assist by Harris. Durant's got 7 points. Pistons trail by 21. Now the pass to Bay. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Nets shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Smith the pass to Bay. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Outside Irving. Passes to KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Bay, guarded by Harris. Bay passes to Smith. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Bay's got 7 points for the quarter.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Jordan high post to the middle. And finished off by KD.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
Smith with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting 2 for Detroit, Dennis Smith.
2.
He misses the free throw.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Detroit. And a change for the Nets. Dinwiddie's checked in. And he's good on the second. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Durant, that's good.
What a game for him so far. He started out strong in that first quarter and has only turned it up from there.
And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Bounce pass from Plumlee. Pass to Smith to end the run. No good off the back of the rim.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Smith against Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Smith's got 11 points.
You gotta love the ferocity Smith plays with, especially when he's attacking the rim. You can body him up, but boy, is it hard to stop him.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer off the mark.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Bay passes to Smith. Pass to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 12 points for him.
Willing to work the ball to his open teammate. Smith Jr., this is what leaders do best.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Dwayne, not the night you want so far. What do you see happening out there?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Okay, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive. Both teams making some changes here. The Pistons shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
They've got Jackson. Smith is out there with Wright. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Stewart in at the power forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Harris trying to get free. Again, the Nets for two.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court, finishes the job.
The pass to Jackson. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jordan.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And Wright kicks to Smith. Passes it to Stewart. Fires from 18. Rebounded by the Nets.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the heart Smith plays with is incredible. You can try to stop him, but he's committed to scoring.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Junior missing. And, well, Detroit shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. The Nets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Here's Lawrence, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Stewart. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Lawrence. But they get it back. Brown finds Green. Here's Lawrence. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
Here's Lawrence. Good, another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Smith against Harden. Outside for Jackson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And again for 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Pass to Stewart. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Moment here now for an injury report.
Well, guys,
Connects again from distance.
He is unstoppable here. Hits again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands, GA, by himself for third place in most threes all time. And Okafor at the basket on the assist by Smith. Okafor's got 6 points.
It's always risky to throw the double team at someone. You have to be aware of who you're leaving open.
He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Smith, the pass to Jackson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And for Brooklyn, their shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great. They're 63% from the floor in this game. And that one's good, Junior.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Wright looking around, inside, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, great job of getting that deep position there by Jackson. Once he's that close, he's ready to just power that one home.
Good, another from three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
The defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play.
For Brooklyn, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Free throw good from Brown. Seven points in the game. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Green. Amon Shumpert is out there with Junior. And it's Claxton in at the 5, down low. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Shumpert. Smith scanning the floor. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on top.
And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Brooklyn in control. And Shumpert kicks to Junior. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Detroit. Okafor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Hayes. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positive from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time for our social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
Shumpert against Okafor. Hayes off target with his 3. Brooklyn in control. And the pass to Lawrence. From outside the arc. They get it back.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
The shot's good from Hayes.
so good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Here's Lawrence. Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And he takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage, Greg, on the road. Talk about a big-time performance. Wow.
Man, oh man, he's putting on a show. This may be the best long-range shooting display I have ever seen.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Back to Hayes. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Green.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest.
Next ball.
And here are the Nets. This run now up to 13-2. This one for 3. And good! There's another.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And the Pistons with possession here. Taken away by Hayes. To the left side wing. Detroit, no good that time either.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.